International Monetary Fund, part 2. Before watching this video, you should watch the previous one. That is the International Monetary Fund, part 1. If not, it won't be easy to understand. International Monetary Fund, objective and functions. In this video, we are going to discuss functions and objective of IMF, balance of payment assistance. What is balance of payment? How does the IMF help to resolve balance of payment problems? And IMF conditionalities, technical assistance, surveillance, leadership, board of governors, executive directors and managing directors. International Monetary Fund aims in functions, exchange stability that we have discussed in previous video. In this video, we are going to discuss about balance of payment assistance. International Monetary Fund, objectives and functions. Assistance in balance of payment crisis. Okay, here the two questions are: what is balance of payment and how does the IMF help to resolve balance of payment problems? Balance of payment means a set of accounts that record a country's international transactions. That means the difference in total value between payment into and out of a country over a period. That means the difference between the money which is received by a country and the money going out of a country during exports or imports or in any other way in a particular period. Balance of payment of a country is the record of all economic transactions between the resident of a country and rest of the world for a specified time period. Subparts of balance of payment: current account and capital account. Current account is dealing with exports and imports of goods and service, and also with service income and transfer. So this part is dealing with the money which is received by the country and the money going out of the country by exports and imports and by service income and transfer. The capital account is dealing with investment. The main components of capital account include foreign investment, loan and banking capital. The current account can be deficit or surplus. Also the capital account can be deficit or surplus. Altogether, we will determine the nature of balance of payment, whether it is positive or negative. Negative balance of payment means more money is flowing out of the country than coming in. Positive balance of payment means more money is flowing into the country than is flowing out. In negative balance of payment, less money is received by the domestic country and more money is going out. In positive balance of payment, more money is received by the domestic country than the money which is going out. Domestic financial system, fiscal deficit, natural disasters, internal conflicts can affect trade account of a country, which can reduce exports or increase imports. All these issues such as fault in domestic financial system, the fiscal deficit, natural disasters or internal conflicts can cause decline in production, and it can affect the trade account as reducing exports or increasing imports. And the country which is facing such BOP crisis may be forced to depreciate their currency rapidly, and these problems can spread to other countries or other sectors. So the IMF, International Monetary Fund, gives loan to recover from the balance of payment crisis, to implement adjustment policies and reform that will restore the atmosphere for growth and development. So IMF gives loans to implement adjustment policies to recover from balance of payment crisis. Next, International Monetary Fund and conditionality. IMF provides short-term loans for the countries which are facing balance of payment crisis, but it does not require collateral for loan. Collateral means a security pledged for the repayment of loan. So IMF does not require this collateral, but it requires some conditionalities. So conditionality means the requirement placed on the usage of money or distribution of money lent to another country. Conditionality means a set of conditions that International Monetary Fund requires for loans. For loans, IMF needn't any collateral, but it places some condition on borrower country. When a country borrows from International Monetary Fund, its government agrees to adjust its economic policies. And this adjustment or conditionalities are aimed to restore a sustainable balance of payment and to improve economic conditions. And also, it will prevent restoring the measures which are harmful to progress and growth, both at national and international level. Examples of International Monetary Fund conditionality: reduce corruption, improvements in human rights, reduction in domestic spending, privatization of public service, etc. Conditionality is one of the most controversial aspects of IMF policies, which we will discuss later in IMF criticism. IMF gives short-term loans but doesn't require collateral. It places some condition on borrower countries, and its government have to adjust its economic policies to restore sustainable balance of payment and to improve economic condition both national and international level. And these are examples for conditionality. International Monetary Fund aims and functions. We have discussed exchange stability, balance of payment crisis assistance, which automatically facilitate international trade, and all these lead to a foster sustainable economic growth. International Monetary Fund other functions: surveillance and technical assistance. Surveillance means, in simple definition, close observation of a person or group, or monitoring of the behavior, activities, or other changing information for the purpose of managing or protecting them. International Monetary Fund watches the economic policies of its members and check the potential risks to the world economy, so it can predict the global financial crisis in future. World Economic Outlook is a report by the International Monetary Fund which predict indicators such as gross domestic product, inflation, current account, and the fiscal balance of more than 180 countries. World Economic Outlook is the main instrument of analysis of the global surveillance. And technical assistance. International Monetary Fund helps countries to administer their economic financial affairs. International Monetary Fund member countries. Now there are 189 members in International Monetary Fund. The latest member, Nauru. Nauru became 189 member of International Monetary Fund in April 2016. UN membership is not essential for IMF membership. Kosovo is an example. When a country joins International Monetary Fund, it is assigned an initial quota. This quota determines the voting power and ability to access International Monetary Fund financing. We will discuss in detail about the quota system and SDR in next video. International Monetary Fund leadership. Board of Governors. Board of Governors is the highest decision-making body of International Monetary Fund. It consists of a governor and an alternate governor. The governor is usually finance minister of member country or governor of central bank. Board of Governors meet once in a year. Functions: it elects executive directors, approve quota increase, STR allocation, admittance of new members and amendments. The Board of Governors is advised by two committees: IMFC, International Monetary and Financial Committee, and Development Committee. And executive directors. Executive directors are responsible for conducting the day-to-day business. There are 24 executive directors, and managing director is the chairman of executive directors. Managing director is the head of staff. Term 5 years. The current managing director is Christina Ligade. In next video, we will discuss voting power, quota system, spatial drawing right, IMF reforms and other features.